Just waiting for Rosada to join me. But while we wait, I can introduce myself. So, my name is Paula. I am a victim advocate with Homicide Survivors. And today, as part of National Crime Victims' Rights Week, I've been going live with survivors and community partners to talk about how we can better support um, survivors and crime victims in general in our community. There we are. Hi, how
Hey,
are you? Um, so joining me is April. April, I'm just going to go ahead and read your bio. I kind of shortened it, but I'll just read that and then we can jump into the
oh,
questions and talk more about your work and your journey as a survivor. So April Barbosa is a profound April Barbosa has a driven passion for effecting positive change in the world. She assumes multiple roles in her relentless pursuit of advocacy. As the founder and director of Justice for Rosaura, April is deeply committed to the enactment of Rosaura's law. This legislation aims to mandate schools to offer classes on healthy relationships, domestic violence awareness, and prevention, as well as teen dating violence awareness and prevention. Motivated by the memory of her daughter, Rosaura, April is unwavering in her dedication to ensure that families and communities have the necessary resources to prevent domestic violence and support survivors. So, um, yeah, so if you just want to share a little bit about Rosaura and who she was, what she meant for you to you, and like a memory, a fond memory that you have of her, which I feel like before we talked, now I understand the story that you shared with me and how it's all connected. And it was really beautiful for me to put those pieces together. So if you want to share that beautiful story that you shared with me.
okay. So, um, Rosada was a little bit different than a lot of people her age. She was so kind and just this amazing person. Like, I know we all have so many amazing people in our life, but Rosada had this extra special light about her. When she was about 17 years old, there was a monarch butterfly in our backyard, and our dogs, I guess, had knocked it down or hurt it, and so it was just laying there. She brings it inside and she's like, Mom, look, it's hurt. We need to take care of it. So she's like, we're gonna find a monarch sanctuary to help it, and she couldn't find anywhere local that would take it. So she she says, well, Mom, I'm not gonna just leave it out there. I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna bring it back to health. It's gonna be, I'm gonna make sure that it's good. And I'm just like, okay, well, I support you. Uh, and for 3 days, she fed it, she kept it warm. She would put it in a little lid on her bed, like next to her pillow, because she's like, I need to make sure he's okay and I need to check up on him. And his little wing was broken, so she tried to fix it. I remember she like folded it back over, and she had seen online some lady that could like sew butterfly wings, and she was going to contact her and make sure that when her little butterfly was rehabilitated, he was going to have a brand new wing. It was just this big old thing for her. And then the butterfly passed away, and she was so devastated, so devastated. And I remember talking to her about it, and she says, Mom, she says, I loved him. And I said, yeah, okay, I know you did, and she says, uh we're gonna have a funeral for him. So my 17-year-old daughter's like, we're gonna have a funeral for him. And I'm like, okay, I thought it was just gonna be me and her, we're gonna just bury the butterfly. She says, no, Mom. He touched my life. We're going to have the works for him. And I said, okay, well, we'll go do it in our backyard, and she's like, no, we're not going to do it in our backyard. Our dogs are back there. They don't deserve to be around where he's buried. They hurt him. It's their fault. We're going to do it in our front yard. Well, we live by a very busy road. People are passing by all the time. She did not care. She says, I don't care. Let them see that I'm burying someone I love. And I said, oh, okay. And she says, Dad's coming with us. My brother's coming with us. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna give this butterfly the funeral he deserves. We got a little box, we decorated it, we said prayers, we stood around, bowed our heads, and I remember just, I'm a person that likes to take pictures because pictures are so important, and thankfully I have a lot of pictures of my Sada. And I was gonna take a picture of us around the butterfly thing, and she looked at me so seriously and she says, "This is a serious matter. Why are you trying to take pictures?" And I'm just like, "I'm so sorry." She's like, and it was just so deep of her to love that butterfly so much. And she would still go outside every week and put fresh flowers on there that she would get from the backyard where she had found him at. And she, I don't even know if it's a him, but she would get those flowers and put it on his little grave and just be like, he probably wanted to be around these flowers, so I'm going to put the flowers there. And, that's one of it was a sad moment for the butterfly, but to see that deep love that she had for the world sticks
Yeah,
with
just
me.
pure
Yeah,
kindness, you
it
know.
was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting because I mean you shared this story with me prior, but I don't know why, like I mean I've always seen how in your shirts and in a lot of the things that you have for your nonprofit, Justice for Rosetta, uh, which is now Rosetta's Legacy, how that butterfly is such an important piece of everything that you do. And so just to know that actual story behind what is more than just a design or a graphic, right?
Yeah,
It's really beautiful. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And we didn't like the butterfly was yellow and black, but we chose purple because purple and pink were her favorite colors. So that's why the butterfly is usually purple.